Look like a drowned rat. Excellent. Okay. Oh, I actually did skincare this morning. That's just a scar at this point. Actually, all my breakouts are just scars right now, which I'm really happy about. So I figured I'd pop on here today. Hopefully I'm not too quiet, and talk to you guys while I headed into town for the first time in a while. Well, not true. I had to go into town in order to go to the hospital over the weekend, but that's neither here nor there. So I posted a video saying that I thought that I hurt my back and that I was like, it was just really hurt. I was really uncomfortable. I was unable to like edit or anything like that. And I dealt with that pain that whole week. So I got hurt on the 10th, and it was just really weird to me because I have a lot of like mobility and recovery stuff from when Ty was injured. So I use that whenever I get hurt. Like I have all sorts of resistance bands, I have a yoga ball, I have a yoga mat, I have rollers, stuff like that. Like I'm fully equipped to help myself and kind of put myself through a little bit of like physio, as it were. And so it was really weird that I couldn't make it feel even just a little bit better. Because normally, again, for me, things that work are like muscle relaxers and Tylenol with muscle relaxer in it, and what else? Like rolling out and stretching and doing yoga and stuff like that. Like that stuff normally really helps me, and it wasn't doing anything, which was really weird for me. So I just kind of didn't think anything of it really. I just kind of, I guess, thought that I had really hurt myself. And by Friday afternoon, I had a really bad fever. And I had that fever from Friday afternoon until Monday, when I went into the hospital. And basically I just couldn't get comfortable those whole 4 days. I felt like I had growing pains in like my shins and my ankles and my knees and my hips. Just like that feeling of like achiness that you want to like rub out and like massage out and stretch and like help yourself, but you can't, and there's nothing you can do to make it go away. I had that, and everything from the waist up was just achy, as if I had a cold. So I basically just suffered through the fevers, just pushed through everything, thinking that it was either I hadn't been taking good enough care of my mental health, so my physical health was suffering, because I do that, unfortunately. I'll just push everything aside so that I can get the stuff done that I need to get done, and then I'll make myself sick. Or that it was just like a cold or the flu, and I just wasn't having any of the other symptoms, and I was just in a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort. I was really nauseous, and I had a headache the whole time that went from like my temples down into my cheekbones and my jawbone, and it just stayed there and would stab me with very sharp pains, and it hurt a lot. And Tylenol was not helping. Advil would help a little bit, but other than that, it was quite difficult of a time. Probably the scariest time was on Sunday night. I had finally said, you know what, tomorrow I'll go to the doctor if I'm still not feeling good. And I was trying to sleep again. My fever wasn't coming down, and I started having hallucinations, which was very, very, very scary for me, because I had never had a hallucination before. I'd never taken any sort of drugs or hallucinogenic or anything like that. So, I just didn't have, I had never had a hallucination before, and it was probably the scariest thing of my life, just like hallucinating that my husband was home and he was bringing me water and going to take care of me, and then realizing that he wasn't. Hearing my friends have like a conversation downstairs, and I can distinctly hear each of their voices, but obviously they weren't actually there. And probably the scariest, and the one that kind of like really just terrified the ever-loving crap out of me, was when I had like either like a dream or a waking dream or a hallucination that Ella had run outside in the middle of the night. It was like 4 a.m. and I had a dream that she had run outside and she had got stuck in the snow in the front yard, and I ran downstairs and I had only a t-shirt and some shorts on, and it was the middle of the night and it was snowing, and I was outside on my front porch yelling for Ella and crying because I thought that she was still in the snow. And then finally I realized I was standing in snow barefoot, and I was like, whoa, I don't think that was real. And then I closed the door and went upstairs, and sure enough, Ella was just soundly asleep in our bed. There was no harm to her. She was perfectly safe. She had been there the whole time. She hadn't gotten up. She hadn't been crying. She was just asleep. And luckily, me doing my thing didn't wake her up, because I'm sure that would have been scary for her. And so I just remember sitting there, fully just sweating from my fever, crying because my eyes just kept leaking because they felt like they were burning out of my skull, and thinking is this nightmare going to stop? Is this going to ever end? Is my brain just gone now? What's going on? And so the next day I went to the ER. When I presented, I didn't feel like I had a fever, but so when the nurse asked me, do you have a fever now? I said no, and then it turns out I did. I had a 39.7 degree fever, which is about 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and my fever climbed an additional degree, and it kept climbing. So when it was time for the doctor to come and see me, he had the nurses come and take the blood that they needed, and then they started flushing my system with a cold IV bag and putting an ice pack on my chest and on the back of my neck, and that was able to bring my temperature down. And then I was able to be like a little bit more coherent, and I told them about my back pain since Monday, etc., etc. They put me on another fluid bag because I was severely dehydrated because I couldn't keep anything down. I had literally been basically since Saturday I had three Jello cups a day and a couple of sips of water with the Jello cups, and that was it. And so I was severely dehydrated, and they did a physical examination on me. They did x-ray and an ultrasound, and basically what they think happened was that I got a kidney stone and it got lodged into my tube that goes from my kidney to my bladder while I was trying to pass it, and so they gave me medicine to widen that tube, and they said, you should pass it within like the next 24 hours. It's gonna hurt, but whatever. I didn't really feel it, but that's also because I continued to have like fevers and stuff like that. So let's see what else. I got 2 antibiotics and another bag of fluids, and finished my bag of fluids that I had from before, and then I went home that night and I felt better. My back still hurt, but I felt I didn't have like as bad of a fever. And then that night, the doctors think that I must have passed the stone or something like that. I don't really remember it. Again, I still had a pretty crappy sleep that night, and I was still pretty feverish. And so I just remembered going to the bathroom like a ton that night because of finally being able to drink water. I was like guzzling water, and I also had all of the fluids in me from the IV. So then I went back the next day because they said that I was going to need more fluids and more antibiotics. So I went back the next day. They gave me another bag of fluids. They gave me another round of antibiotics, and then what else? Oh yeah, and then the doctor was like, who was seeing me at the time, was like, like if you get another fever, then you need to come in right away because it could mean something worse is going on. And I didn't want to know what could have been worse than what I had already gone through. But I was like, okay, if you tell me to come in, I'm going to come in. And I really did not want to, let me tell you that. in the slightest, because I had already been in there all day long. But I went in and I had another fever. They gave me Tylenol, and then I got in at 8:45, and they didn't see me until midnight. And then I got more fluids and more antibiotics, and basically the guy told me that you have to wait for your antibiotics to kick in, and I was super frustrated about that, because I wish that a nurse could have just told me that and I could have moved on. But because the previous doctor had made it sound so like dire, I felt like I had to go in. So we got back at like 3 that night, and Ella still went to school the next day. I just dropped her off a little bit later so that she had a good night's sleep. And then I was able to like tidy the house and stuff like that. I was still pretty sore, but it wasn't anything like I had been experiencing before. My breakouts cleared up and stuff like that, and I was able to make sure that the stuff got done around the house. And then since then, I've been feeling better and better. The oral antibiotic that I'm taking right now does have a side effect of making me dizzy, which isn't the best. The only reason that I am driving right now is because I have not taken the antibiotic this morning, so I'm not dizzy yet. But because I had to come into town to get stuff, so basically, yeah, just I've just been hanging in there. Ella's been doing good, the animals are doing good and stuff like that. I've really been having to watch my portions, because if I eat something wrong or too much of something, then my stomach gets real sour real quick. And I also have been finding that I get breakouts very easily. Normally, if I have a piece of candy or two or some Skittles or something like that, I'm fine. But with maybe it's the antibiotic, maybe it's my body or whatnot, but it's I break out immediately. So that's not been fun, but it's been making me watch what I'm eating. The weather's been holding up and stuff like that. It's pretty cold. Well, it's only -4 today, but it's really high wind, so it feels a lot worse. And I'm just trying to make sure that I move, make sure that I get a little bit of activity in every day. And today I'm gonna do some yoga at home. I was gonna take the dogs for a walk, but they why'd you put your car in reverse, dude? It's not good. I was gonna take the dogs for a walk, but it's just too windy out, so I'm running into Tim Hortons to get something warm to drink and get like a sandwich, something simple. Trying not to upset my stomach. What I really want to do is get like a dozen donuts and eat all of them, but I'm not going to do that. And yeah, just I've come into town for Ella needs a pink shirt for Pink Shirt Day, so I'm getting her a pink shirt from Walmart, and then also I'm getting some berries and bags of some vegetables. I don't think I'm gonna get frozen. I think I'm just gonna get some fresh broccoli and zucchini and Brussels sprouts and eggs and bread and stuff like that. So we're doing good overall. I'm hoping to get a normal video up tomorrow, but we will see how exhausted I am. Ty doesn't come back for a while, so I'm really hoping to be able to keep this up while he's gone, but we'll see. So, I'm gonna go now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long, but I had a lot of information to tell you, so that's that, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.